cut the damn plastic before I hit record. I'm an amateur box opener. Or I'm a very, very clever repacker, except that I have now exposed myself as such. Anyway, so now we're on the set boxes, and I like the collector boxes, but obviously they are more expensive. Regardless of what set, they're always more expensive. Although in total amount, this time you'll pay more for the set booster boxes than you will for the collector booster boxes, but you're only getting 4 packs in the collector boosters. So, like I said, I like the collector boxes, but per card basis, it's more expensive. The set boosters were designed for opening packs, and they were meant to be fun to open packs, and already they're easier than the other two. So I'm having a whole lot of fun. And look, here's a signed art card. Those are worth a lot, aren't they? I think they're all worth $5. I don't think that's ever changed. All right, commons. Ooh, that's a neat looking card for a common, but exsanguinate. I know what that means. Sanguine means blood. Oh, now we're on the rares. Okay, so this is... So the collector boosters had the rares near the beginning, and then the drafts had the rares near the end, and now we're back to... Oh, Obnixus. People like that. It's not a mythic, but I'm pretty sure people are looking for that card. And so I've mentioned in both that I'm looking for these. I don't know that I like this art particularly, but I do like the coloring. The coloring is nice. It's, I don't know, it evokes something. I don't know what that is, but something. Anyway, I'm looking for the Portal 3 Kingdoms cards. I've opened a collector box, a draft box, and now I'm on a set box, and still no Portal 3 Kingdoms cards. And I've mentioned before that I am a fan of 3 Kingdoms, not necessarily of crossing over with 3 Kingdoms, or pretty much any crossovers, because you kind of lose the, I don't know, the flavor of whatever it is you're crossing over with. And I used the example before, but you may not have watched the video. Faithless Looting. What is this? Oh, was that another? Oh, that was the art card, okay. I mentioned this in a previous video. You may not have seen this, sort of my welcome video to this channel. The Portal 3 Kingdoms stuff, you know, you get the capture of Jingzhou, and I read the books. 3 Kingdoms. It was written in like the 1200s by Luke Wanzong. Moss Roberts is the better translation, which I forgot in that earlier video. Anyway, the story is amazing. It's basically, the Iliad mixed with King Arthur, but in China. And it just goes on and on and on. These great stories and just overarching epic. The book starts off with, the empire united must divide, divided must unite, and that's pretty much the theme of the whole thing. There's a lot of other themes, but that's the main theme. Someone loses the mandate of heaven. Oh, the Ur-Dragon. And then someone else has to get the mandate of heaven and rule China. There we go. Huh. 3, you don't often see that. Huh. All right. Phyrexia and Gargantua. Dark Steel Mutation. That's just an uncommon, but I've heard of that. Anyway. So as I mentioned in the previous one, the capture of Jingzhou, it happens twice in the book. Once Guan Yu, the greatest warrior in the land, captures Jingzhou from the forces of KOA. And then, later on, he wants it back, so he sends a new general, Pang Di, who's trying to prove himself against the greatest warrior, who brings a coffin with him and says that they're going to fight to the death, and one of them's going to leave in a coffin. So, the world's first, an older dinosaur. I don't know, I think people like those. Anyway, world's first coffin match, 1200 written in the 1200s, but stories that take place in 189 AD. The point is that the capture of Jingzhou does not evoke that pretty much at all. So while I like, the Three Kingdoms cards, and I want to get the newer versions, and I don't particularly care that I sold the older versions that I had from the original set, I'm not that attached to cards for Magic the Gathering based on Three Kingdoms. If there was a Three Kingdoms board game and it felt like I was reading the book while I was playing the game, kind of like Romance of the Kingdoms on the original Nintendo or Dynasty Warriors. But the cards, Thran Dynamo, that's some nice art. The cards don't do much for me other than it's neat. And I think that's probably all of these crossovers, Worlds Beyond, whatever. Oh, I haven't been paying attention to these list cards, Barrel Rule. If you've been paying attention to the list cards and you've seen me just throw them in a pile, which I'm going to keep doing, and you are really angered by that, you should take out your anger on me because I'm the one doing it to you. But I don't mean in real life, physically. I just mean call me an idiot in the comments. Van Tower. By the way, is that the same? Yes, it is. No, they just look similar. I don't remember set boxes. I thought they always had just one signed card. I don't remember getting two. Maybe I did. I used to, basically I bought for my play group, which was 5 people, and I would buy like a box or two or whatever, and we would split them all up, or I would split them all up into piles, and sometimes I would get signed cards, and sometimes someone else would get signed cards, but I don't remember necessarily there being multiples. I haven't been paying attention to the rares, and again, if you're one of those people that are angry at my box opening, you might have noticed that and already told me, frantic search. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, untap up to 3 lands. That seems like a good card, but I don't know, no one's talked about it, so probably worthless. However, if you are one of those people that are watching this video and you're not annoyed by the way that I've conducted these box openings, and you're aware that these are my first box openings, you're thinking, hey, this guy's... Is that a portal symbol? Time stretch, huh? Target player takes 2 extra turns after this one. Huh, interesting. I think that's probably a hit. Even though it's expensive, it is 2 extra turns instead of 1. Tooth and nail. All right. Degree of pain. Man, I heard of the do. Anyway, as I was saying, so if you're one of those nice people that thinks, this guy's Terramorphic Expanse been doing... the Path of Ancestors was nice. Been doing an okay job considering he hasn't done box openings before. And I'm not following the script, I'm just sort of talking off the cuff. And you're not quite so annoyed that maybe I'm not an expert on all the cards like some of the other box openers. And you think, hey, I'm kind of entertained by this guy. Or at the very least, I'm eating lunch and, it's passing the time. Then let me know that too, because sometimes we like to be told that we're good. Lorthos, the Tidemaker. Octopus. Do you play an Octopus tribal deck? Let me know. I don't think I want to meet you. I don't know. It depends. It depends on what you think about octopuses. I mean, Eldritch Mystics. They're cool and all, and they might be another intelligence on the planet. I've seen those things. I just mean those other darker corners of the internet where people talk about octopi. You know what I mean. Anyway, Stonehoof Chieftain. I may have missed some Portal 3 Kingdoms cards while I was talking and was distracted. Let me know. But I really don't think I've seen it. Stormkill Artist. That's cool art, but it's an uncommon. Art cards. keep missing these art cards. Actually, is that evoking Portal 3 Kingdoms? Is that Liu Bei's wife, Sun Quan's daughter, or cousin, or whatever? Let me know. Lady Wu, I think that's her name. Is she in the set? I haven't seen anyone talk about that. That's cool, actually. That. Here's something that they don't tell you with the box openings. Although you can probably guess. It's awkward to move cards around when you're looking through a view screen because, you're not quite. I don't know. It's awkward moving your hands around when you're not actually looking at your hands and you're looking through a view screen at them. Psi Master Thopterist. All right. Emra, go time, Faithless Looting. So, I'm more than halfway through the box, and again, I have no Portal 3 Kingdoms cards. I thought I'd get a few, but instead, I think I've got none. And, you know what? I don't think this is about Wizards of the Coast, because I don't particularly care enough about cards that it bothers me that they're overcharging for things, because if, whatever. They can run their company in the ground if they want to run their company in the ground. Felwar Stone, Generous Gift, those actually. I don't like those full art cards. It would be nice to have the Three Kingdoms cards. You'll notice I actually lost my train of thought. Those full art cards distracted me. Oh, another signed art card. Actually, here, the Monarch. Let's talk about that, because the Imperial Seal, what it does isn't, kind of what it does in the, it doesn't evoke what the Imperial Seal means in the book. Kozilek, Great Distortion. That's a hit, I think. Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight. I don't know. What the Imperial Seal would do if I had made it, although, again, this Imperial Seal was made back in the 90s before the Monarch existed, but it would do something closer to the Monarch, or, it would interact maybe with the Monarch card, make it so that people can't take the Monarch from you if a creature deals combat to you, something like that, right? That'd be closer to how the Imperial Seal, is depicted in the Three Kingdoms novels, as opposed to what it actually does. So, like I said, these crossover sets, they don't really... Mikias the Unhallowed, don't know if he's a hit, but he's a mythic, so... Krenko Mob Boss. So it's difficult for them to evoke the real story behind whatever they're crossing over with, because they got to fit it in to how magic works. Whereas with their own lore, it's their own lore. That's the stuff fits in because it's part of magic. Maybe at first I remember when I first opened cards in the 90s. Oh, this is from some old set. Rick's Maddie Dungeon Palace. Don't know that one. Land Tax, that is a hit, I think. Rejuvenating Springs, Sidisi. I just prefer them to stick to, their magic lore as opposed to bringing in other lore that doesn't really fit, right? I don't know. Do you feel that way? Do you like the Universes Beyond, or do you not really care that it, fits into canon, or that it breaks the other canon? Pledge of Loyalty. Annex, Hardened Forge. Pure Steel Paladin. Fellow Titan. Yannette, Cryptic Sovereign. Or do you just like the cards based on their power levels, and you don't really engage with lore, and you see Frodo and he's next to Sun Quan, and it doesn't really matter to you at all. It doesn't seem strange or out of place, or doesn't break the immersion. That's the word, that's the phrasing we're using these days. Doesn't really break the immersion for me. I'm not actually immersed in, oh, I'm actually a planeswalker, here I go, I'm casting spells, you're so screwed, I'm powerful. No, it's not like that. We're not, I don't think anyone is that out of touch, that they get that pulled into. I mean, I get pulled into stuff pretty good, but not to the distortion of reality. That's some nice art for a common. All right, we got 6 packs left. And I have not seen Portal cards. Now, I'm pretty sure I would recognize them if I saw them, like I said, because I'm, big into Portal in Three Kingdoms. So I don't think I've missed any. But if I have, and you're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, let me know. Like I said. Oh wait, that's finale of Devastation. That's a mythic, so it goes in the mythic pack. Rafik of the Many. Huh, what does he do? Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1. Or creature you control double strike. Nice. Spellseeker. Alright. That's a tutor. Tutors are good. Tutors are needed. Soul Ring. Oh, that's a nice Soul Ring. You've probably seen this already, but this is my first time seeing it. The breakout art around the full art, the framing, it's all very nice. This is a Soul Ring I would play, and it'd be nice to get that in some kind of foiling. So, maybe I'll get one of those at least, even if I don't get a Three Kingdoms card. By the way, this box open is going on for 17 minutes. Rudy can do them in under 10. And, other people can do them in less than that. But here I am spending 17 minutes gabbing on about Commander Master set boxes that nobody wants. You hear Lithomancer. Dragon Butter. Letter of Acceptance. Commander Sphere. Actually, that's some nice art too. Alright, 4 packs. Can I do this in under 20 minutes? Who knows? Who cares? Lantern of Insight, Thriving Bluff, Bloodspore Thrinax, haven't heard of that. Heliod, Sun-Crowned. Fierce Guardianship. Now, that's nice. Eudora, Grave Gardener. Those fell over. Squee, Goblin Nabob, not Goblin Noob. Okay, I'm a noob. The Goblin isn't. Okay. Oh, counterspell. I think I've got a playset of full art counterspells. I mean, that's not a hit, but I mean, you need counterspells. Counterspells are good. What's this? Okay. Rot Shambler, Fairy Artisans, Tessa Karlov, Zahid Djinn of the Lamp, whatever. Palace Jailer, Ulamog's Crusher, Tatiova Benthic Druid. 2 more packs. That's kind of cool. Bird. Bolsher, Flawless Maneuver. Rankle, Master Pranks. All that glitters planes. So, I would say that these box openings were a fail because I didn't get a single thing that I wanted. I mean, they could very well have some pretty great hits, and I'm probably going to throw a lot of this stuff on eBay. I got a Jeweled Lotus. Okay, so does that make up for everything? No, because it's the $60 version of Jeweled Lotus, I think. All right, but, I haven't had a Jeweled Lotus before, so that's something. Song of the Dryads. Ready, servant. But I didn't get Portal 3 Kingdoms cards. So, you know, Reality Shift. That's cool art, but it's an uncommon. So, that's the 3 box openings, ending off with a set. Let me know if I missed anything in the list slot, because I wasn't really paying attention to what stuff was in the list. Let me know if I had any hits that I didn't know about. Let me know if you liked the video, if you think I should stop doing videos. Again, if you tell me I'd stop doing videos, that'll just result in more videos. Thanks. Have a good night.